Hi, I'm Karen. We're here at Montevilla Sewing Center, and today we're talking about the Baby Lock Jubilant. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take care of your machine. Now, you want to do this on a regular basis, especially if you have sewn something like flannel that's really fuzzy. You want to clean the lint out of your machine. Now, to unthread your machine, you want to snip your thread up here by the spool and pull the excess out here at the needle area. That's important because you want to keep lint out of your tension discs up here. So don't grab your spool and pull it backwards out of your machine. The thread should always be going towards the needle. Okay, so we've got the top unthreaded. Let's unthread the bobbin. Take that bobbin right out of there. And we're going to put that back on there so it doesn't get lost. Then I also like to take the needle out and remove the foot when I'm cleaning my machine. This is also a good opportunity if you haven't changed your needle in quite a while. You should change your needle after every 3 full bobbins that you use. So let me get my screwdriver out of my accessories. Actually, I think it's down here. Nope, it's not down there. That's okay. Didn't have it out already, but we've got 2 different kinds of screwdrivers. This one is pretty good for using for doing your needle clamp screw. Either one will work, but you don't need to all the way take it out, and probably would have been best for me to have something there. It didn't fall all the way through. Okay, so we got our needle out, and that makes it's going to be easier to clean the machine without the foot and the needle in the way. I'm going to put the needle down here for safekeeping. Now, you only need to take off the plastic part of your needle plate. So you slide that forward like this. It gives you a little warning beep that just lets you know that you don't have your needle plate in place. Take your cleaning brush, remove the bobbin case, and clean any lint out of that really good, all sides. Clean it really good. Then clean out any lint that you see in here. You've got a little bit of lint, not a whole lot. But as I said before, if you've sewn anything flannel or fuzzy, you want to clean your machine as soon as you're done with that project. Otherwise, if you say sew every day, I would clean the machine once a week. And if you sew maybe a couple times a week, once a month should be just fine. Now, you can use a vacuum cleaner hose attachment as you got it up here. You can be brushing things out. Also, with the foot and off and the needle out of the way, you can use your vacuum cleaner attachment to clean around the feed dogs as well. Now, I would recommend not using canned air because canned air, that aerosol stuff you spray to give puffs of air, can blow things further back into your machine. You want to pull it out. Secondly, I've noticed that sometimes if you spray it long enough, you're going to start spraying frost on whatever you're spraying, so frost is moisture and you don't want that in your machine. By the way, where you store your machine is important. If you're not using your machine, no dusty, hot attics and no damp, cold basements. Store your machine where you would be comfortable, in the kind of temperature you would be comfortable in. Okay. So to put it all back together, we've got our little bobbin case here, and this part's going to sit right along that metal rim, and this little knob is going to be to the left of this flexible stopper. So I'm going to slide that right under there like that, make sure it's on there, rock it a little bit so that I can tell it's all the way down on there. Then we put this back on. Now these little knobs here all line up, so we just put that on there, slide it forward, and that puts it back together. Now, to put the needle back in, I like to make sure, I'd like to change my needle while the foot's off. You can do it either way, but I'll do it this way because it's a little bit easier to reach things. You get that needle out of there. You can also put your needle in a pin cushion. I would recommend not just setting it on the desk because it can fall on the floor. Now, here's a really neat little tool that I have used. This is not a Baby Lock tool. It's actually a FOF accessory. And it has this needle inserter at the end. It's also meant for going over thick side seams like on jeans. But for this purpose, I use it. See how it has a flat side? I'm going to put the flat side of the needle so it lines up right like that. And now we've got a handle for our needle. Really neat tool Poke that down there, let it straight up inside there, tighten this up. And we want to always make sure we tighten it with the screwdriver, not just finger tight. And there it is. Now that's in place. Put the foot back on, use a presser foot lifter, lower that down, there you go. Now, use good quality needles in your machine. You'll get better stitches and this less problems in general. Good quality machine needles would be like the Class A brand needles or the Floriani Schmetz needles. Either one of those are available here at Montevilla Sewing Center. There are other good quality needles. Just avoid needles that are sold in like a bubble pack or something like that, or really inexpensively. I would avoid those needles because you're not going to get the best results. So good quality needles, and then use good quality thread. We have here at Montevilla Sewing Center our Metler Metrocene. It's 100% polyester. This is a good quality all-purpose thread that you can use for garment sewing. I also use this for machine quilting, both the piecing and the machine quilting. So this also comes in cotton, so that you can use, it's called satin finish cotton, or silk finish cotton. It's really 100% cotton. So if you want your thread to be the same cotton all the way through the quilt, you can do that way. Okay, so good quality thread, good quality needles, clean your machine now and then I'd also recommend bringing in your machine for yearly maintenance, say once a year. Bring it in here, have the guys, they clean it out to make sure all the lint is out and all the lubrication is where it needs to be. You don't need to lubricate your machine, but especially if you use it a lot, it'd be a good idea to bring it in. You bring your car in for regular maintenance. Same thing with your sewing machine. Invest a little time and money into it. It'll sew wonderfully well for you. So that's machine maintenance, basic care of your machine. I hope you've found this a helpful video, and if you have, give us a thumbs up. We have other videos here on our Montevilla YouTube channel, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.